Nobody out there is arguing anymore that Star Wars is okay. Discounts for the toys right out in the open, even in the Disney parks. They can't sell the things. But what if we told you it's even worse? Now, sadly, they can't even pay their actresses to stay for season 2 of Ahsoka. Folks, it's budget-busting cutting time in a galaxy far, far away. Hello and welcome back to TPP. It is all the news that should be fun. That park place it is. Engagement is the name of the game here on YouTube, folks. So like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let's talk about Star Wars and just how badly, sadly, it has gotten for Lucasfilm.
We've talked a lot about discounts over here on That Park Place. Very interesting discounts of merch that, well, just didn't move as much as Disney might have wanted. And, well, this is no exception. I was actually at Disneyland Resort yesterday by the time this, you're hearing this recording right here anyway. And as I was going through, I was trying to mark out, okay, what are they actually discounting? What are the discounts that we're actually seeing, where they are? I noticed this coming off of Star Tours, actually, because that famous e-ticket attraction back in 1987 and rethought of back in, I think it was 2011, I believe, Star Tours The Adventures Continue. That actually leads to this Star Trader. And I think it's a very similar setup out there at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And I saw this sign staring at me as soon as I came off of that gangway there. You can see right here, limited time bonus, Star Wars Special Edition dolls, $30. They were $50. Now, Pro, Jonas, MJ, can you guess what dolls are being featured here that are being discounted to this extent?
I don't know.
Is this Ray Ray?
Oh, listen, they're not making Rose Ticos anymore. There's no way. So it can't be. It's not Rose. It's not Ray. Who could it be, Vash? Who could it be?
Let's see if we can play it right here and find out, because this is very, very interesting. Oh, would you look at that? It's Sabine Wren from that famous Ahsoka show. If anybody actually saw.
No wonder it's on clearance. Sorry.
And Ahsoka.
And Ahsoka herself with her twin lightsabers. Yes, folks. Sabine Wren and Ahsoka, the two female heroines of the recent Star Wars series, well, they're being heavily discounted. Pro, Jonas, MJ, are you surprised by what we're seeing here? And by the way, this is at Disneyland in the Star Trader, right when you get off Star Tours.
I mean, I don't know if this is where you're going already, but the important thing to point out here is that Ahsoka season 2 is on the way. And Disney right now has, they said that Loki was the cheapest show that they ever made. Season 2 was the cheapest Marvel show that they had ever made. And it was something ridiculous in the hundreds of millions of dollars for that. So if they're having to do a 30% discount at Christmas for someone who is supposed to be one of their flagship characters, used to be one of the most popular characters in Star Wars in the Clone Wars era, I think that's a really bad sign. If Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom had a 30% discount on it right now, if those were on the shelves, I think we would see what the issue is there. But instead, we're all used to Disney Star Wars stuff being at a discount or not moving off the shelves very quickly. Oh, look, there's my mom thinks I'm special Acolyte helmet right there.
Yeah, all that Acolyte merch right there. I think that's the first time I've actually seen Acolyte merch in any Disney park whatsoever.
Well, it's inappropriate for children, so that makes sense.
We're still waiting for the first time to see it actually be sold, though. I mean, it's for sale, but the purchase is not happening.
That's true.
Here's the problem for them. They've got the Mando movie coming out, and of course it's connected with the world of Ahsoka, and they've got Starfighter coming out. And if those two things don't take off at the box office, I don't know what's left except for them to reboot the whole thing or go somewhere else. Like maybe they can go to the other, the galaxy far, far away that's not the same galaxy we've been in, because they did that, right? I mean, they had in this latest one, they had Filoni sent them to the Night Sisters in a different galaxy entirely. Maybe that's what we got to do, because none of this is working, and they even destroyed the legacy Star Wars stuff that we loved. They've been everything.
I even saw it. It's there's a story on Geeks and Gamers. That Park Place might have it as well. That it turns out that one of the Night Sisters was played by Claudia Black.
Yes.
And Claudia Black, I'm just gonna say she's a very feminine person. That if you're going to put her in your science fiction series, the other two science fiction series that have a huge male following that she's been in, I'm going to say she's not been in a shapeless red robe. But not that I'm trying to encourage Disney to go too far in another direction here, but what are you doing? You take a female character that is known for being attractive and you put her in a Handmaid's Tale outfit.
Yeah, not allowed. By the way, Vash, if you could share my screen real quick. Have you all seen, if you want to know how badly things are going and why Disney is discounting Star Wars merch inside the parks, have you all seen this? A significant Star Wars actor, a lady who's part of Ahsoka season 2 says they can't pay her enough in season 2.
Right, that's the one. Claudia Black.
That's the one, Claudia Black.
Yes, not only that they've hidden her away because she's the Night Sister, she's the ugly witch. I mean, look at this.
Of her, by the way, that's an even worse picture of her.
Look at this. But they can't afford to pay her anymore. So if you think Star Wars is okay, they're not only discounting the items in the parks, they're discounting the price they can pay to their stars.
But they can pay $60 million to the people that are voicing Frozen 3.
Right. Which says something, doesn't it, about where the priorities lie for the Walt Disney Company this time. Star Wars is toast. You might as well put jam on it, because they're not jamming over at Lucasfilm anymore.
Yeah. Tom F says Claudia Black was smoking on Stargate. All I have to say is if I was a young man and I was disgusted by smoking as a young man, but if Claudia Black had said, "Hey, I got a cigarette," I'd have been, "Yes, ma'am."
Look at that, folks. The woman that you all said was beautiful. They did that to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars. And then said, "We can't. Would you take Waffle House gift cards, ma'am, to come back to season 2? We'd like to give you free hash brown casserole if you just come back."
No, it is absolutely ridiculous. MJ makes a great point there, in which they're paying these Frozen stars far bigger money. And look, obviously Frozen, unfortunately at this point, might be a bigger franchise than Star Wars. Where have we gone? What has happened? But to not pay actresses in order to retain them as part of your production, and obviously too, Ahsoka, we've already had attrition at that level for a variety of reasons. Not pay more in order to keep people on. It tells you the state of Star Wars. It tells you how much money they're actually be giving for these projects right here. And it's very interesting because I think we just covered a story actually about Sabine Wren, and how I think one of the writers for Rebels didn't intend for Sabine to actually be a Jedi, and obviously they changed that storyline. And some people say that's not for the better. That's one of the reasons why they don't actually like Ahsoka and so forth. So this rudderless ship that Lucasfilm has been running for quite some time, unfortunately, with Disney's oversight, has left Star Wars in a very vulnerable position when it comes to the amount of merchandise that can actually move, sell, and so forth. How culturally relevant it will be, not just right now, but like let's say 10 years down the line. It's in a really bad place. It's really funny, and this is the last story before wrapping this one up here. I was leaving Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I heard behind me, "Hey, is The Mandalorian worth seeing?" And it's like, yeah, it's worth seeing. It starts off slow, but I really like the story. And I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then this gal said, they're making a movie on this, and I got to be honest, it looks really lame. And I'm like, wow, that's not good. The Mandalorian is like the one saving grace that they have. It's the one Disney Star Wars product that actually has made money, has actually gotten consumer interest there, not just from hardcore Star Wars fans, but broader Star Wars fans and the general populace. And even then, they're taking that into the ground right here. I don't know what the future of Star Wars looks like, but clearly there are things that sell, there are things that move, there are things that people want, and there are clearly things that they don't. So it's going to be really interesting to track Star Wars' ongoing legacy here as we move further into the Disney era of Star Wars.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.